Hey, welcome back to the grad program. Thanks for joining us today. This episode is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more of a visual episode. So if you're just listening via audio, then you're definitely going to want to go to the student lounge. I'm actually going to be going through my overnight pack that I've got. And there's a couple new items in here that I haven't used yet, but I'm going to go out this weekend. As you hear this is Friday. If you're not live, if you're live, it's Thursday. But this weekend, I'm going to take this pack out and I'm going to use all this new stuff that's on here to see how it works before I actually need to use this pack in real life. So, Zach, before I get any further, go ahead and hit it. All right, so starting on the outside, obviously before I take any of this stuff off, I have to show you this little deal right here. So this bag is a Kelty pack, and I'm not sure if they're still available or not. You have to look on the internet, but this thing, I've had it for a while. So on the bottom here, you got the zipper. If you can give me that camera here. You got a zipper on the bottom, and you pull this bag out of it. So this is the cover. So before I take all this crap off of it, I want to show you. You just cover this thing up right here. It's actually a waterproof cover, so if it gets to be raining outside, you just put this cover on. And believe it or not, it actually fits everything that I've got on here. Boom. All that crap on this bag is covered with this waterproof cover that comes out of the bottom of the bag. And you can, obviously the straps are still good to go. You can see there, so I can still carry this with the cover on it. Or if you're, staging yourself for the night, probably want to put this cover on it and just cover everything that's in your bag that's not in your tent or in your little awning with you. So go ahead and take that off. And where do we start? I guess I'll start with this big blue item here. The only one that doesn't fit into the colors. This is my trusty sleeping pad. I highly recommend that if you're, so before I get any further, I don't know if I said this or not since we actually went live here. This bag is an overnight pack. So this has everything you need to put it on your back and go out into the wilderness and stay overnight for at least one night. I think this one, I set it up for 3 nights, so 72 hours. So this blue pad right here, it's obviously a sleeping pad, and it's blue because I like the color blue, and if you don't like it, you can suck it. But this pad and I have been sleeping together for a very long time. I've slept in caves. I've slept in, I slept everywhere with this thing. In ditches. I slept in a ditch one time with this pad. On the other side here, we've got this brown kit. This is actually something that's brand new. And like I said, if you're listening on audio, then you're going to want to jump into the student lounge and watch the video. This is brand new, have not used it yet, but I'm going to this weekend just to make sure it fits and see if it's worth its weight, because I think it weighs like 9 pounds or, no, this one was 3 pounds. This is 3 point some pounds, so I'll call it 4 pounds just to round up. It's a one-person tent. You can actually get this at readyman.com, and it's a battle box one-person tent. So I'm going to take that out, figure out if it actually is worth its weight. I'll go ahead and take it off. So what I did here actually, so this bag, the Kelty pack, has these straps that go around the pack on the outside here. So what I did is I actually took the latch that is on the outside of the tent and I latched it around the straps that are on the Kelty pack. So if for some reason it gets snagged, it's not just going to fall through these straps. It's actually strapped to the bag. It's just not held onto the bag. So I'll unstrap those, take this thing off, make a little bit more space for myself. All right, the pad's gonna stay on there because that thing is difficult to get off and on. Sleeping bag. So this, as you guys know, there are different levels of sleeping bag. This one is actually rated to 50 degrees. You're like, oh, Jarrad, you're in Utah. Why'd you do that? Because I have a poncho liner and a poncho. So what you do is you layer those 3 items. You lay the poncho down, and then you lay the sleeping bag, and you put the poncho liner inside the sleeping bag, and you make yourself a little cocoon, and a 50-degree sleeping bag turns into something that works in much colder weather. So you got the sleeping bag. This is actually attached. I've got it looped through the straps here, and I've got it clipped in with these clips, so I'll unclip that when we get a little bit further. I've got this knife here, who social media is probably not going to like, but whatever. This is my utility knife, and I'm showing it to the camera for those of you that are just listening to audio. Man, this one hasn't been used very much. I've carried it all over the place. And then inside of this, I've also got a multi-tool, because you know those are important. I've got a bunch of stuff on it. So inside this knife sheath here, I've actually got a secondary pouch that allows me to carry this multi-tool right here. And I believe this is a Gerber. Can't remember. It's either Leatherman or Gerber, but it's a good one. Don't be cheap on those. Stuff that you're going to take in an overnight bag or any go bag of any sort, you're going to want to make sure that it's quality. You don't want to go buy stuff that's cheap, because you can get a multi-tool for like 12 bucks or something, but it's not going to do you very good. So inside this bag, this is actually my fire starter bag, or my cooking bag. So inside here, sorry about the Velcro. I've got, this is my little solo stove bag. And something I'm going to test this weekend, I got my Tinder cards, Tinder scraper cards from Ready Man. Those things are pretty awesome. They'll get you Tinder from everything. Something I'm going to test this weekend is this Pocket Survival Stove. It's actually 4 different cards that you put together and create a stove. So I'm going to test that, see how it works. If it works comparable to this right here, this is a solo stove. I'll get to this in a second. If it works comparable to this solo stove right here, then obviously you can tell, if you're looking at the video, you can tell like this stove is way bigger than these right here. Might accomplish the same thing. We'll see. And then inside here, I've just got these little tabs that help me start the fire. And those of you that aren't aware of how a solo stove works, you put the sticks in the bottom, and then you put this right here, and you can set anything on top of it. You light on fire, and the air actually goes, it gives the fire air. So easy enough. What else I got in here? Nothing in there. There's what's in here. Oh yeah, this heat packs. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 10, 80 hours worth of heat packs. So I put my little stove inside of its own bag. And then this right here is actually Fiber Light. I'm sure you've heard of it before, but I'll open it up and show you what it does. I won't light it on fire because I don't want the fire department to show up, and I can't hide it because it would be live. Like, who did that? Well, me. Well, we got the video right here. So essentially what this is it's tinder, and then there's this little piece in here. Let's see if I can get it to make sparks. It works really well. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't want to do that again. So you just take that. I just staged it in here. Actually, the Fiber Light gears guys were here the other day. There it goes. I talked to them, and they came into my office and set one of these things down, and I had this striker, and I was like, oh, I love this thing. He's like, here, let me hook you up. He grabbed the striker from me and put it inside here, and he's like, there you go, it's all in one kit. And I'm like, oh, look at that, it's smart. And then it's got the rubber around to seal it here, so you don't have to worry about water getting in. I'll fix that later, so you don't have to watch me do it. So solo stove, Fiber Light, got the Ready Man stove that I'm going to try this weekend, the Tinder cards, the heat packs, the knife, the multi-tool. This is a nice shovel. So this is another new piece of kit that I haven't actually used yet. I got it from my friends at Black Hills Ammo. Got the little strap. If I want to take this pouch off and carry it, I can use it. And then we've got, so this actually goes inside and it becomes a handle for the shovel. And what you can do, you can see here on the camera, is the handle is also a little knife. If you can see that. And look at that, fire starter. So plenty of fire things in here. If one gets lost or broken, then I've got a backup. And I'm going to do this without cutting myself. Cool. All right. These actually, I don't think you can buy these on Black Hills, but it came in a media gift kit that we got from them. So it's an awesome piece of kit here. I can't wait to go test it out. I will be digging holes for fires and other things. All right. So now what we'll do is get into the actual bag. And I'm going to try to do this very gently so I don't knock the cameras and stuff over. All right, there we go. So inside here, you can actually lift. And so this is everything inside of here. Sorry about the camera angle, but everything inside of this bag you can actually access through the top as well. But if you want to lay it down and easily get to all of your stuff, that way you don't have to pull everything out to get to the bottom of the bag. It's a pretty nice design. And then there's the first pocket, which actually has, so in here I've got a headlamp. Make sure I can, I carry a flashlight too, and there's a flashlight in here as well. But there's a headlamp so I can put it on my head and keep walking if I need to. I've got a Ready Hour 72 hour kit. So this is actually 72 hours worth of food. This one, let's see, 4 servings per container. Amount of calories per serving is 320. And this is the mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. And then there's another one in here that's like 2,600 calories or something. It's crazy in one package. And then I've got a toothbrush. Got to brush your teeth. Hygiene is very important. And there's some floss and some toothpaste in here somewhere as well. And then in here I've got a little notepad, just in case I get lost. I can keep track of some stuff. I got some pencils. I got this right here is actually another fire starter. It's got a whistle on it, and I believe there's a pen in here too. But mostly what I use it for is a fire starter. Probably can't get that one on a plane. Alright, a marker as well, just in case I need to mark something that can't be marked with a pencil. Let's see if I got anything in this zipper pocket. Nope, nothing in that pocket. I should probably put something in there. I don't know if I pointed it out or not, but oh yeah, I did. Headlamp up here in this little pocket. I'm going to take these out so I can open up the rest. Tell you what, right before I did this, I just got done packing up all the new stuff in here. This needs to go back in the shovel kit. I just got done packing all the new stuff in here, and of course now I'm unpacking it for you. So, got all that stuff. All right, in here we've got a water purification kit. Fits really nicely. I didn't even take it out of the bag. Generally, like everything that I've put in here, I've taken out of the original package that it comes in when you buy it, and I've repacked it to fit my space requirements. This one right here just happened to fit perfectly in this pocket, and it is a water purification kit. It's a 30-piece, it's actually a 30-piece water gathering kit is what it is. And I've got some iodine tablets in here as well. I think that's the only thing I've got in that. Oh, another marker, just in case I need it. Just in case while I'm in the wilderness, I really want to make some plans for my next business. I got plenty of markers. All right. And then, so next we'll start, okay, I'll go ahead and I'm going to pull the bag out of the top, because it's kind of like, it's a secondary bag that you can actually take away from this big pack. And so if you need to go on a short trip, if you went out hiking and you need to go gather some food or water or kindling or whatever, you can take this little pack that I'm just about to pull out of here with you, and you can leave your big pack back at the camp with your buddies or whoever's with you. Oh, got my poncho. Poncho goes on top because if I need to put it on, I need to put it on now. This is a whole thing in itself. All right, so this bag right here is the little, what I call the day bag. So if you're out camping and you have all, you know, this big bag, you don't want to take this everywhere if you don't have to. What I've got on this little bag right here will get me through a short trip. Oh, you know what? I forgot about the compass that's on the outside of the big pack, but we'll go back to that. So for land nav, there is a compass on the outside of this pack, and I'll show you that right now. It reminded me when I pulled out this little bag, because there's a canteen inside this little bag, and the reason it's inside the little bag is because I can't find my canteen pouch to put on the outside of the big bag. So as soon as I get a new canteen pouch, the canteen is going to go on the outside of the bag, which gives me more room to put stuff in here or move stuff around if I want to do that. Let me find this compass. Of course, it's on the other side. All right. So over here, go ahead and twist it so you can see the camera. Zach, can you see it right here?
Yes, we can.
The answer is yes. Okay.
Yes, we can.
So what I did here with the compass is it's attached to the molly, but it's also strapped on with this. And then so there's two ways to retain this, because this is a very important item. If for some reason this thing fell off, this pouch fell off for whatever reason, I've also got the compass itself attached to the molly, so that no matter what happens to this, I've always, unless for some reason the lanyard breaks, which is very difficult to do, then I've always got this attached to my body, and so if I drop it or whatever, it's not going to be lost in the woods. And this is actually from Kaminga. Those of you that know about the night vision, so the Student of the Gun Accurate sights, if you're a grad program member, you should already know about this, but there are some new ones. So the Student of the Gun Accurate sights are made by Night Vision, nightvision.com. Their parent company is actually Kaminga, and they make the military lensatic compass. So we've got that in here. You need to make sure you know how to use those things also. The gear is just one step. I'm going to go ahead and put this back on. There we go. And then I'm going to tuck this lanyard back into this pouch, because while I'm hiking, I don't want this lanyard to get caught on things. So it needs to be as close to the body as possible. Alright, I'll fix the rest of that later. It's going to take me another hour and a half to put this stupid thing back together after we're done with this, and then I'll just strap that down there, and then it sounds like John's come down the hallway. Oh, hey, Charles. Hey, bye, Ed. It was Ed and Charles. It wasn't John, so I can't blame him anymore. So these ones, it's tough finding a place for all this stuff. All right, so this little bag right here is the day pack that I was talking to you about, and on this I've got another knife. This is actually the knife that's from Night Vision. I can't remember the name of this thing. It's from Kaminga. I can't remember the name of the knife, but it's got some tritium in the handle, so if I drop it in the nighttime, then I can find it. But you ask, why do I have a knife on this? I have a knife on the outside of the big bag, because this is a day bag. So everything that is on this bag, it should be used independently of this big bag, or it should be able to be used independently. This here, I've got a gun cleaning kit for my rifle, and here I've got a bunch of stuff, but I've got this little Occam lube. I mean, I can't remember. Lube syringe, that's what it's called. A little syringe full of lube, full of frog lube, and then we've got the cleaning rod and everything. It's in there for cleaning your gun if you need to. This is the medical pouch. And something that a lot of people forget about in the medical pouches is the little stuff. So I've got a bunch of trauma gear in here. I've got, you know, a pressure dressing, I've got gauze, I've got tourniquets, I've got all that crap. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, a fork, foreign object removal kit. You can get that at readyman.com. Then I've got the iodine water purification stuff here. I've got a lighter with duct tape around it. A bunch of safety pins, because safety pins are important. You never know when you might need one. Putting that stuff back in. So I've got all of this trauma gear in here. And I was actually, when I was putting this bag back together, I put all the trauma gear away, and I was like, you know what I don't have in here? Band-Aids and Neosporin. When you're out hiking, you're probably going to need some Band-Aids or Neosporin at some point in time, but you don't want to break out your freaking combat gauze to go ahead and take care of that little wound. You can just put a Band-Aid and some Neosporin on it. Maybe some duct tape, a Band-Aid, tampon, and some duct tape. All right, so that was the one pouch. I've got this pouch here. This has some little foldable cups. I can't remember who does this. A company called Hydra Pack. So it's these little cups that you can just go ahead and fold up. If you've got people with you, obviously you can just drink out of the canteen. If you got people with you that want to share some water or whatever, then got some cups. Kids. And then inside here, I'll leave this out. Inside here I've got the canteen. And then I've got this as well. So this actually is what I use. This one's brand new. My other one has been used so many times. It's black. This one's brand new. I don't even think I've used it. Nope, haven't even used this one once yet. That's why I put it in here to go use it this weekend. This is what you pour the water in here, and you can put this on top of that solo stove that I showed you earlier, and you boil the water. And if you've got something like Mountain House food, then you can just pour this, or even an MRE, which MREs are heavy, so that's why I don't put those in here. You can get more food for less weight. And anyway, you put this on top of the solo stove, boil the water, pour it in, or you can, you know, pour. I've got some utensils in here as well that I'll show you. And but when you do that, these are metal handles, so you got to make sure that you have gloves on when you carry this. Learned that the hard way. It's one of those things where you don't really think about it when you're out there camping and you boil the thing. Hey, look, a comb. Look at that. I gotta look good. Gotta do that. And then I got the H1 knife. So this steel, another pocket knife. This steel is stainless and it will not rust. This thing's been in here for a while. Okay. I love this thing. This bag is quite amazing. I've taken this thing by itself on hikes with me. Just latch it around my waist and go. And then on the back here, you've got more pockets, which I've got some. Oh, I forgot about that. I've got a little hand saw. So it's like a chainsaw, but it's, you just use your hand and you can cut down trees, cut off limbs with it. And I've got some ear protection in here, some foamies, and I've got another pen and a pencil. Like I said, I've got to make those business plans. This is hurting my soul. This is new. Okay, I have not used this yet, and I don't know if it's going to be worth its weight or not, or space. It is a camping pillow, and if you've ever been camping for multiple days and you had to sleep on a hard ground or a pad, and you've used your sleeping bag and your poncho liner, then you would appreciate, you'd appreciate a pillow. So I'm going to try this and see if it's worth even putting in the bag. I actually got this as a gift from Climate is the company that manufactures it. I got it as a gift when I went to an event for a company called Expert Voice, who is a local company here in Salt Lake City. They actually did an event up in Park City, and this was part of the gift bag that we got. So I'm going to test it out and see if it's worth it. Too many things. All right, and here I've got cooking utensils. These are brand new as well. My other ones were all black, so I put some new ones in here so they look good for the video. It's a little pan. And then inside, bloop. So you've got your pan here. You need to cook some stuff. The ready hour kits are going to be cooked in this right here. And then you've got a little pot. If you need to boil some water or make some rice, you got a measuring cup as well. And then this is where I put my, that's funny, it's where I put my toothpaste and my Listerine floss stuff. And I put it there because guess what? It's going to remind me after I eat to brush my dang teeth. I don't remember how this was in there now. Zach, do you remember how this was in there? There we go. Figured it out.
I was just about to recommend that exact way.
Good. Good on you. There we go. Close that thing up. Got a little wing nut. Whoops. These things are cool. I like these a lot. You don't get very many uses out of them, at least from my experience. That's why there's a brand new one in there. Okay, now we're down to, oh, this thing. This is the poncho liner. So this one actually is from Ready Man, and so I'm not going to pull this thing out because then I'll have to put it back in the bag. But it's a poncho liner. You know what a poncho liner is? The whoopee, the famous whoopee. Like I was saying earlier, you take your poncho, you lay it out on the ground, you put your sleeping bag on top of it, and then you put your poncho liner on top of your sleeping bag, and you kind of roll yourself into a cocoon, and you'll be good to go. Are there any comments, Zach?
Not really.
Okay.
Brian Bailey's watching.
Did anybody have any questions? If you got any questions, go ahead and ask. I can't. I actually.
At the moment, there are no comments.
Okay. I can't.
If anyone has any questions, let us know.
Questiones.
Did you remember that thing I said earlier?
Yeah, I know. It's funny. Let's see what else. Oh, did I go on the top here? I think I did. I didn't because there's nothing in it. So there is a pocket on the top of this bag right here, but I apparently didn't need it because it is empty. Or I already took the stuff out of it and just don't remember. And then in here, it looks like my baggie popped. Uh-oh. Oh, my Ziploc. The Ziploc came off of it. So in here, I've actually got, what I did is I put my clothing. So I've got, let's see, I've got shirts and a pair of pants in here. So it looks like 3 shirts. No, 2 shirts. Yeah, 2 shirts, a pair of pants. And then, yeah, 2 shirts and a pair of, oh, I got swimming trunks too because they dry fast. So if you need to wash your clothing, pop the swim trunks on and go wash your clothing. And then, so this is the one bag I've got the shirts and the pants and oh no, these aren't shirts. Oh, that's underwear. Underwear, pants, and the swimming trunks. And then inside this bag here, I've got socks, and I got good socks because if I'm out with this bag and I don't have good socks, it's going to be a really bad time. And then I've got 2 shirts in here. So 2 shirts and a pair of pants and 3 pairs of socks. So yeah, this is my 72-hour kit. That's what I thought I set it up for, but I couldn't remember. Gotta get a new Ziploc bag for these. And, oh, here we go. I've got 2 more pockets to go through. This one, trash bags. These are important. Gotta have trash bags. And then on this side, I've got my stuff that, like 550 cord, zip ties, so that if I need to tie anything to some trees, you know what? I'm missing a pocket because there's stuff. Oh, it's in this little bag.
Oh, are you stupid or what? Okay, it's in the little baggie.
I think this is where it is. I'll find out. So in this little bag, boop, there is another pocket back here, and I've got a waterproof bag in here that actually I got that from Eddie Bauer. It was one of those things that was hanging on the shelf by the register, and they got me. So got it, but it's a waterproof bag. So guess what? I got my gloves in here. Man, these things have been with me for a while. These are Blackhawk gloves with the hard knuckles. These are important. If you have just soft gloves, it's easy to mess up your knuckles when you're going through thick brush. These are amazing. Got Schmog. Need to clean that. Schmog. Oh, here's the other flashlight. So I got this little flashlight that's from Tough. As you can see there. Is that the right camera? Is that the right camera? Is that the right camera? Yep. Okay, cool. And then on this flashlight, you can actually angle the head as well. So you could actually clip this to you. If you don't have a headlamp, you can clip this to your shirt, turn it on, and you can walk and you can see where you're going. I recommend a headlamp and red light because it's harder for other people to see. More difficult. I'm missing some stuff that I know is in here somewhere. Let's see if I can get this to fit back in.
I believe in you. You can find it. Yeah, that thing only does have like 557,000 pockets though,
Yeah,
so you know,
I
never know what
this
happens.
I can't wait to go out and use this. Use all this stuff. So, like I said, there are things that I haven't used yet that I can't wait to use. But there are plenty of things that have been used in this bag. And I don't know where those things are. They might actually be in this pocket, now that I think about it. Yep, there they are. Boom. Cleats. Anybody who's ever tied anything to a tree, or really anything, knows that cleats are worth more than their weight. These things are so light. I think I've got 8 in this little bag right here. And these are paracord cleats. You can get those from ReadyMan. ReadyMan.com. I'm almost to the end here. And you're going to watch me put this all back together. Alright, got zip ties. Plenty of zip ties that I actually zip tied. I zip tied the zip ties. That's what I did. So there's a ton of them here. Zip ties break and they're super light. They're very useful. It's like the cleats. Paracord. This paracord, actually inside of it, there are a few different, a few different types of string. Some of it's flammable and some of it's not. So this will actually help me start fires in addition to, doing Boy Scout knots. Oh, and then I got a brand new one. It's deep down in there that I haven't had to open yet. Brand new one. Boom. 160 pounds. Yep. Sounds about right. 50 feet of paracord. Brand new in the package. Because this has been the thing that's been used. Look at that. Oh, poor little thing. See if I can shove these things back in here. Oh, one thing while I'm thinking about it, I just looked at the poncho. One thing that I will say about ponchos is I have been the stupid one, the ignorant one, and I have, prior to this poncho here, I had a like $3 poncho or whatever, and I was like, oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine to get a $3 poncho, until it started raining, and then it wasn't fine anymore. So you get the okay, I'll tell on myself. It started raining and I had forgotten my tent. Shame on me. And so I took my poncho and I tied it up with some paracord. Probably not these cleats. I didn't know about these cleats until I met ReadyMan. But this was several years ago before I actually lived here in Utah. And tried to tie my poncho up as a little lean-to type deal. And the poncho ripped because it was a piece of crap. It was only $3. So I learned that day, through getting wet and being miserable the rest of the time, that a good poncho is very important, because if you have to tie it up, then you don't want it to rip. Let's see what else I got in here. Hey Zach, what was in this pocket over? Oh, the trash bags. I don't remember how half this stuff was packed, but I'll fit it back in there. Alright. See, that's that for the inside of the bag, I believe. Let me just make sure that I got everything. Got the headlamp, got the... Yep. Got the... Oh, one of the things that I really like about this bag is that it's got a ton of MOLLE on it. So it's got MOLLE here on the front, so I was able to attach the shovel and this knife, and then it's got MOLLE up here on the top, and it's got MOLLE on the sides. And another thing that I want to mention about this belly band here is that there is a very big difference between a quality belly band and a belly band that's just snaps with some cloth, like this material right here. It's different. So if you're going to be carrying, if you have a 24-hour kit or a 72-hour kit, an overnight bag of some sort, you want to make sure that you've got the padded belly band and that it is very good quality, because it will save your back. Believe it or not. I'm still I'm like kind of experimenting with this bag. This will be the second time that I've hiked with this pack with this bag on it, and it flops around a lot. And really, the only reason that I've got it is because I can keep all my fire starting stuff in one pocket. But if this thing works, so much smaller than this. If the pocket survival stove from Ready Man works, very much an improvement in size from the solo stove. So I'm gonna put that. All right, we got any questions? Because if we don't have any questions, we're gonna be done pretty soon.
All right, so
done, son.
Let me check and see.
Thanks, buddy. All right. These folding water cups. I don't remember where these were.
What's the name of the bag again?
It's the Kelty pack. Can you look? You can't.
Kelty?
Kelty. Kelty. It's a Kelty pack, and I'm not sure if they're still available or not. They probably are because they're really good packs.
Kelty.com backpacks.
If they are, and I don't even remember the model number. I think I'm pretty sure that I got this one from Dad, because I've had this for a long time, and when I was younger, I didn't understand the value of buying quality gear. So there's probably no way that I would have purchased this for myself.
Yeah.
One thing, there's this tent.
Uh-huh.
Let me pick it up.
Pick it up.
This tent, like I said, I haven't used this yet. This is the weekend that I'm going to be using it to figure out if it's worth its weight or not, because it's about 4 pounds, a little bit less than 4 pounds. And you can get, man, I can't remember the name of the tent, but you can get a tent that is about 11 ounces. So less than a pound, you can get a tent, a one-person tent. And that's why I'm wondering if this is going to have any benefit, because you can actually get a one-person tent for a little bit less money than this costs. However, there's a huge asterisk here. That one-person tent does not come with tent stakes, does not come with the rods to set it up. So you've got to either carry a walking stick and set the walking stick in the middle of the tent, and you've got very limited space. But like I said, it's 11 ounces, so you can't really complain for such a small light item. It's very useful. So I will report back to you on that tent there to let you know if it's worth its weight or not. What else we got? I think I went through the entire bag. I've got the cover, the shovel, which actually I need to put the strap back in it. Oh, you didn't like that? He didn't want me to.
I think it's less me and less everybody, and more everybody.
He's saying that he loves you.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
So yeah, you were talking about how you went and laid in a ditch for a while. I remember when we went and camped in. Did you have that mat at Canter's Cave?
Yeah. This is the same mat.
Yeah, that thing was great.
Yeah.
What did I have? Did I have nothing? I feel like I had nothing.
You had a learning experience that trip.
Yeah.
That's what you had.
I was laying on a freaking stone floor in a cave.
Were you?
Like a freaking 30-degree angle.
So
with like a freaking sleeping bag and nothing else.
Oh man, you know why we did that?
I don't.
We were filming.
Yes. Well, yes, that I remember.
Yeah, we did that for you guys that are listening right now. We were filming.
You're welcome.
And it was I think it was like a wilderness survival segment that we did for the TV show. Mm-hmm. So we actually hiked out into Canter's Cave, which is in Ohio, Jackson, Ohio. And that's where we went to 4-H camp, 4-H shooting sports camp. I grew up in that camp every single year. I went since I was like 11, I think.
Yeah. It was
11 to 18 or 10 to 18, one of the two. Until they kicked me out and wouldn't let me come back unless I was an instructor. And then I moved to Mississippi. But anyway, so we hiked out to the cave, Canter's Cave, and we stayed for, I don't even remember how many days. I think it was only one night. Maybe
it was 1 night.
Was it one or two?
It was one.
So we hiked in. We left early that morning. We hiked in. We set up camp. Did we film the first day?
No, here's what happened. Is we left in the middle of the day to go out there because we wanted to get some night stuff. And then we went to sleep in the cave, and then we woke up in the morning and did some stuff in the morning by like the waterfall and all that.
That's right.
Oh, I think it's either in one of the TV show intros or possibly no, it's not the radio, where it's got the clip of Dad filling up the canteen can from the waterfall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's where that was.
Oh, yeah, down there at Canter's Cave. Yeah, and then the sword footage that's in
Yep.
I think it's Fighting Fitness or Warrior of the Week, one of the two.
I think it's Fighting Fitness.
Yeah, one of those two. The sword footage there is actually from that trip as well. Man, that was so long ago. I forgot about that.
Was that 2016?
I don't remember.
I wanna say it was
it had to have
2016.
been longer than that.
Really? Why do you say that?
Because we started doing we moved from actual TV to digital in 2013, I believe.
Mhm.
And I think that was the second year after we did that. So it was either 2014 or 2015.
Okay, well, I was close then.
Wow, that wasn't as long ago as I thought it was.
Yeah,
It felt like
exactly.
forever. But
Dude,
yeah, so...
with everything this year, everything feels like forever ago.
Yeah. So we actually hiked out. I think I don't know if I took this pack or not, actually.
You probably did.
I know I had this pack.
No. I think Dad took the pack because you stole that from him.
Yeah.
Like most of the things you own.
Yeah.
Like most things that we all own.
Yeah.
Dad
Stealing
gets
from
them,
my
and then we
parents.
just take them, and he doesn't care.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, if he doesn't notice, then
Yeah.
he's probably watching right now. I shouldn't say that.
Maybe.
There are
Yeah.
no things that I have that are yours that you didn't give me.
Exactly. Of course not. Never.
You gave
ever,
them
ever,
all to me.
Ever.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so this kit right here is definitely set up for 72 hours. I've got 72 hours worth of food because I got that Ready Hour 72-hour food kit from ReadyMan.com. I've got enough clothing for probably 4 days. If those of you that are dudes and you've hiked for long trips before, you know that 2 pairs of pants will last you for longer than you think it will. The important part is the underwear and the socks. You've got to have replacement underwear and replacement socks, or at least a mechanism to wash the clothing, because your ass is nasty. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Ripstop material for ponchos. That's
Of course. Yeah. You don't want your ponchos to be ripping.
ripstop.
They're important
Did you know that that's why it's called ripstop?
because it stops rips.
Because it stops rips.
No, I had that idea. I
Actually,
wasn't quite sure though.
I have no idea if that's why. You would think logically that that's why it's called ripstop, but I don't know.
Me neither. I have no idea.
That's it, though.
Yeah,
That's all,
that's
folks.
the pack. So anyway, all right. Can I break kayfabe one for 1 second?
Nope, you can't break kayfabe.
All right.
No kayfabe breaking.
Whatever. Okay, so yes. What do you want to do now?
Oh, we could call it a day.
Are you sure?
Yep, call it a day. If you guys have any questions about this kit or how the weekend goes when I'm hiking around I'll go up into the mountains with this thing, and hopefully I'll be warm enough. That's when I'll figure that out. If I've actually been in, it's only supposed to be, I think, in like the 20s or something at night, and I've had this sleeping bag with a poncho liner in colder weather than that, so I should be fine.
What brand is the poncho?
I don't know.
Awesome. Great information.
Sorry, guys. Just, you search Ripstop or just Ripstop poncho. I think good ponchos are between 20 and 30 bucks or so. Do not, for the love of all that is holy, do not get the $3 poncho. Just learn from my mistakes, because I did that. And of course, our father is who he is. He probably told me, he's like, son, do not buy that $3 poncho. And you know what? I did it anyway. And that's what I get for not listening to my father when he says those kinds of things. But now I know from experience. And what is experience? Zach, what is experience?
Half the battle.
Yes, that's absolutely what I was going to say. This is half the battle. There's some missing stuff. There's some more stuff in here somewhere that I cannot
Probably.
find.
More stuff inside the bag that is missing.
Well, I'm wrong. And what I need to do and make sure that I have before I actually go up there is, in addition to the food, like the 72 hours of food, I always put snacks in the pack, snack packs. I put some snacks like trail mix or some kind of bar. What else? Oh, a flask is definitely going to go in my pack. I can't believe that's not in here already, but that's going to go in there. What else? The snacks. So the little bars, some kind of energy that you can just pop out while you're walking and eat the food. That way you don't have to sit down, pull out the stove, make the fire, boil the water, put it in the food, cook it. Because I think this food you have to cook for 10 to 20 minutes. I can't remember. But that way you don't have to do all that crap. You can just pull out a protein bar, munch on it, and then when you're going to actually sit down with your camping buddies, or whoever's with you, your family on a bug out, you're going to sit down and you're actually going to eat dinner over the fire, then you don't have to worry about building the fire and then putting the fire out and digging the hole and all that other crap. You can just pull out the protein bar and keep going. So snacks, that's another important part that I need to make sure that I have. Maps. Make sure you have a map of your local area. And I've got a checklist here of things that I still need to get. The map is on the way. I probably won't have that before this weekend. But that's something you should have anyway. Topographical map of your area. Compass I've got. Protractor, so you can do the math stuff on the map. And Dad's actually going to be giving a short instructional on land nav this weekend. So I'm looking forward to that. It's been since the shindig that he did anything like that when I was around anyway. And so it's been since the shindig that I've got to brush up on my land nav skills. So I'm looking forward to that. Beanie. I didn't have a beanie in here. I need to get one of those and put it in the bag. I haven't been able to find my winter box of clothing at the house, so I'm gonna have to find that. Coffee I'm getting tomorrow. I usually have some instant coffees in here, but the Black Rifle people didn't have some, and the Starbucks Via, I think is what it's called, is actually really good. That's actually, it used to be endorsed. I don't know if it still is, but it was blessed on by Evan. So Evan Hafer, who owns Black Rifle Coffee. Oh, and then the canteen pouch, I already talked about that. Canteen will go on the outside, but coffee's important. It'll bring up the morale of everybody that you're with that actually enjoys coffee, because Zach over here doesn't drink coffee. So do you?
Not a fan. No.
You don't know.
Still no.
So it wouldn't raise his morale, but something would. I don't know what it was.
It smells okay.
Naked women. Is that what it would?
What?
Coffee and naked women.
Oh.
Okay. That is actually it now. I talked about the food. Got the little extra snacks that you can just pull out and eat. The map, protractor, compass stuff. That's it. So bleep, bleep, bleep. That be all, folks. If you have any questions about any of this stuff or how the weekend goes and what I figure out about this gear, then just send me an email. You guys have my personal email, or you can send it to info@studentofthegun.com. I'll get to the questions there as well. Mom assigns them to me, so if I don't get to them immediately, please forgive me. I'm probably fixing issues with the student lounge. But that's it. Zach, do you have anything else to say?
Nope.
Okay, awesome. So remember, you're a beginner once, a student for life.
We appreciate your reviews. If you haven't left a review or updated yours recently, head on over to Facebook, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, or your favorite podcast player to voice your opinion. Don't forget to join us at the Student Lounge, a place for like-minded individuals to learn, connect, and support each other. No chicanery will be tolerated. Remember to check studentofthegun.com daily for new, free content and giveaways. Watch, listen, read, shop, and connect at studentofthegun.com. Are you a social butterfly? Connect with us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for new content each and every day at Student of the Gun. Watch Student of the Gun TV and videos from our trusted partners on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Chromecast, and even AirPlay. Go to studentofthegun.com for direct links, and remember, you're a beginner once, a student for life.